Hey friends, welcome as we continue our 21 days of fasting. A guy named Paul wrote in the New Testament, in a letter called Romans, about the difference between living according to the flesh or according to the Spirit of God. You see, whenever the Bible talks about the flesh, it's talking about our natural sinful desires. These things aren't pointing to God and they aren't healthy nor helpful to you, but they come so naturally to us that they can almost seem right. In fact, sometimes we do right things with wrong intentions and find that we are still being controlled by our flesh. Though I'm fasting solid foods along with the staff here at Life Church, I know that food is a basic human need. And at the end of the fast, I'll be returning to eating solid foods. But I don't need to return to eating the types of foods that I did, or the quantities, or the same frequency. You see, when I'm making a late evening drive home and feel like I've gotta have a meal from Taco Bell, that's a small example of me being driven by my flesh instead of letting God direct me in my right decisions. A bigger issue uncovered for me in this fast, though, is the need to avoid letting my schedule control me. I can fill my day working hard and doing good things, but get to the end of it and realize that I didn't take time to sit in the presence of God through prayer or reading of His Word. What is it for you that's crept in and taken a hold of you? Here's a hint. It's probably something that you think you can't live without, or something that makes you say, well, that's just who I am, when someone raises an issue with it. Is it your schedule, your attitude at work, your attitude at home, your lack of a health habit, or your obsessive health habit? Maybe you've got a smoking addiction or a need for alcohol, your need for attention from the opposite sex, or your need for recognition over simple things. Is it mindless meandering through social media from sun up to sundown? Netflix binging? Caffeine? I know that's one of mine. There are so many things that can feel like a comfort to us, but they actually control us. God doesn't just offer us comfort, He offers us peace. Romans 8:9 says, "You, however, are controlled not by the flesh, but by the Spirit, if the Spirit of God lives in you." You are not controlled by the flesh. You are to be controlled by God's Spirit. And there's a difference between the things that you think you've got to have and the things that you need. What has a hold of you? During a fast, we can let go of things that won't seem to let go of us. And it's then, when we allow ourselves to be controlled and filled with the Spirit of God, that we can seize hold of the incredible dreams that God has in store for us.